Good morning, Facebook friends. Helen Arcantu here, CEO of the YWCA of Northern New Jersey. My pronouns are she, her, hers, and I'm so happy to have this time with you today on this Wednesday. We are excited always to be talking about ways to support our small business community and growth and entrepreneurship, and even more so when it has to do with lifting up, providing strong support for our women of color in this area. And so, as all of you who know the YW know, this is a passion of ours. So we are thrilled today to be talking to Aisha, who's focused on an effort called Sistahs in Business Expo. So we're going to learn all about that today. It is the country's only multi-city small business expo that celebrates and educates entrepreneurial women of color, and it actually is coming here to New Jersey in our region of our 5-county area to Passaic County. Mark your calendars. It'll be here on September 22nd and September 23rd. And we are a supporting sponsor, and we are so thrilled to have the founder and CEO of the Expo with us today. Aisha Taylor Issah is with us. And thank you so much for joining us today so we could talk about this amazing program that is here.
Yes, so excited. Thank you so much for having me and for this incredible platform and all the great work that you do. We're so excited.
So for our viewers, I want to tell you a little bit more about Aisha and the Expo. She herself is a successful entrepreneur, an ordained minister, and a former public administrator and college professor. She launched the Expo in 2017, and it provides affordable and an accessible platform where women of color can showcase and grow their businesses while gaining valuable resources and information. Sistahs in Business University was added to the brand in 2019 in an effort to equip entrepreneurs with the skills, tools, and resources needed to start, scale, and propel their businesses to the next level. The brand later expanded to add the Sistahs in Business Foundation, a 501c3, which provides grants to entrepreneurial women of color. In April 2021, Aisha spearheaded the brand's successful launch to the Sistah Stoop, a 5,000 plus square foot retail location and an e-commerce destination that features 90 plus brands by entrepreneurial women of color. And it's located at the Mills at Jersey Gardens in Elizabeth, New Jersey. And I know that our own chic mama Tiffany has been showcased there too. I mean, we've been watching that great location as well. The Sistah shop opened its second location now in Atlanta, Georgia, on Juneteenth weekend of 2022. Her work has been featured in numerous publications and media outlets, including Black Enterprise, Sheen Magazine, NBC, CBS, ABC, and Fox. Aisha is a graduate of the University of South Carolina, Marist College. She has her MPA from, and the New York Theological Seminary. She has a master's in divinity. Is that the right?
That's right.
Yes. Okay. And is a proud member of Delta Sigma Theta sorority. She is a mom of 2-year-old son, Austin, and a devoted wife to her husband, Ramani.
You got it.
Okay, and a faithful servant in the gospel ministry. You are a busy, and as they always say, you want something done, you give it to a busy woman, right?
Yes.
And it gets done. So, I mean, there's so much about your work that aligns with our work. So I'm so grateful that our worlds have collided in this way to be able to lift up and support what you're doing. As our viewers know, and those who follow the YW know, that we have dedicated resources through our YWE 360 Eureka program and our YW Tech Lab, specifically to focus on supporting our women of color, getting skills, tools, and resources to be able to grow. So obviously, this is the focus of all of your work, as well. tell us what inspired you. I know you're an entrepreneur yourself. Clearly, also with all the pieces that you've developed just around this one program that you have so thoughtfully and carefully unfolded over these years. But tell us how this kind of all came to be.
So honestly, it was as a result of a need that I saw.
Mm,
As you mentioned, I was an entrepreneur myself. My sister and I owned a career consulting business for close to 20 years. And during the time of growing that business, we always wanted to participate in like trade shows and expos because we found them to be very beneficial in terms of, reaching a larger audience and growing the brand. But the costs were always astronomical in terms of vendor space and booth space and things like that. And so around 2017, American Express put out a article news report after a study which declared that women of color were the largest and fastest growing demographic of entrepreneurs in the country. And that created a lot of buzz around women of color and their role in entrepreneurship. But when you dug a little deeper, you learned that while we were the largest and fastest growing demographic, we were also the least earning, least funded, least supported, and least likely to grow and scale. And that did not sit well with me. And so God gave me this vision, this idea to create a platform that would help to close that gap and change that narrative and give women of color a platform and a space where they could showcase and grow their businesses while also gaining valuable resources and information. And that's how we launched the Sistahs in Business Expo, and we held our first tour in 2018.
So, and from our work with working with women of color in this space, everything you said has been our experience in talking to them about their experience. So it's amazing to see, programs and organizations like yours, come. You've added so many pieces to it and evolved it so significantly from your first kind of concept to now. Can you talk a little bit about the need to add all of those pieces? I mean, it makes sense to me because of the conversations I have, but it's so important for our viewers to understand, especially our viewers that look like me, who are white, to just understand that it's different. It's different for a woman of color in business, and that, all of these supports are needed. And we all, including, folks that look like me, need to be, very actively figuring out how to support women of color in business, because that is the key, I think, to overturning, moving our economy to where we need it to be.
Absolutely. The response that we received from our audience is what really caused us to expand the brand and add the different components that we've added. We initially thought we were just going to host live events, and immediately we began to hear from the sisters that they needed more, right? That they love the events, but what about after the event? How do they continue to stay connected? How do they continue to get the support that they need and get the tools and skills that they need to grow the business beyond the event? And so we immediately responded to that call, and added the Sistahs in Business University the very next year in 2019, where we began the teaching and training arm of the brand, offering various courses and seminars and workshops and teaching series on different topics related to business growth and development. And so that is how we added that component. And then, of course, there's always this need for funding, right? And resources, financial resources to grow our businesses. And, to be very honest, we got tired of waiting for other people to give it to us and to our sisters. And so we added our foundation, our Sistahs in Business Foundation, which is our nonprofit entity, where we award grants to our sisters in business through pitch competitions. And so that's really how we have added the different components of the brand. The final component right now, or the most recent component, I should say, which is the Sister Shop, our retail and e-commerce destination. That piece came a little differently. It came by the way of this thing called COVID. And in 2020, when, the global pandemic ravaged our nation and so many businesses were left struggling, some closing, trying to figure out how they were going to stay afloat. We too experienced that because we were primarily an event based business and we could not have events. And so, we made it through that first year by hosting virtual events, but we still knew there was a real need for our businesses to have platforms where they could grow. And so in 2021, early 2021, when the pandemic didn't seem like it was leaving anytime soon, we added our retail side to the business, which is the Sister Shop. And that has been the most transformative part of the brand and has allowed us to grow and reach an audience in ways we never imagined.
Yeah, it's so interesting, right? I mean, I know so many of us experienced that during COVID. You just would not have imagined that, because of such trauma, that we were dealing with, that it would propel us into such creativity, and create really transformative pieces, to so many programs. So how is that evolving now that the world has kind of opened up again? Because obviously it came out of a need. The need has changed now, but it's still strong.
Yeah, it's so strong. It's really just added to our plate because we also returned back to our live events in 2021. And so we have been managing both parts of the brand pretty well. We opened a second location. Retail is still alive and well. We also have an e-commerce side. So in the times when retail is slow, e-commerce isn't, and vice versa. So we are able to reach an audience beyond those who are in the local area of our physical stores. And so it's just, amazing what can happen as a result of something terrible. For us, something really great came out of it, and that was the Sister Shop. And as far as we're concerned, it's here to stay.
Yes, well, and thank goodness that it is, because it really gives us all options, no matter where we live in the country, to be able to
Right.
support. But let's talk about the two physical locations, right? And I know I've seen them. I've seen some Facebook lives that have happened from them, so I especially the one here in Jersey, but now you've got this, second location in Atlanta also. Tell us a little bit about those spaces. We want to make sure that our viewers that are local to either of them,
Yeah.
take the time to go. What will they find in the
Um,
shops?
So they are amazing spaces, and I'm not just saying that because they're ours. We call them a sanctuary for sisterhood. And when you walk in, you immediately just feel the energy and the vibe of a safe space and a sacred space for women of color and those who support women of color. So everyone is welcome and encouraged to visit us if you are anywhere near either of our retail locations. In New Jersey, we're in Elizabeth at the Mills at Jersey Gardens, one of the largest, stores in the one of the largest malls in the tri-state area. Second to, I think, American Dream. And so we are super excited to be there. We're on the lower level, right next to Saks off Fifth. And so if folks are trying to find us, that is where you can find us. And then in Atlanta, we're right in Midtown Atlanta at a place called Atlantic Station, which is a beautiful outdoor shopping area with lots of attractions and shopping and entertainment and restaurants. And so that is where we are. And again, we also have the e-commerce side. So if you are not physically near one of the locations, you can shop online. We ship domestically every day of the week. We have great shipping times, so we get your orders right out to you. We are essentially positioning ourselves to be the Amazon for Black women-owned brands, and so we want folks to feel like they don't have to search all over, or that it's difficult to find brands by women of color to support. We've brought them all together in one space where they can shop and support. And in our stores, you will find a little bit of everything: clothing, accessories, skincare, home goods, art, craft, books, everything, literally. And so we're really proud of those spaces. And we hope that before you leave this earth, that everyone gets to stop by at least once. But if not, definitely make your way to the website.
Well, and it's easy to make your way to the website because we have the link right here for you in the comments. You don't even have to go look for it, folks. And I do encourage you to go check it out. But I also encourage you, those of you that are local to either of these great locations, if you're a Jerseyite, it's easy to get to. It is a great mall. And Atlanta's whether you're living there or traveling, it's a great place to visit for travel as well. So stop by when you're there. What an amazing opportunity, and what a great manifestation of being the kind of companion to Amazon, in this space, that you're creating and moving toward. So I have a question for you. I heard you say earlier about this, there's been this need, and you've continually heard it, and then you've continually grown to meet it, and to extend where it was needed, but it added more to your plate. We started out with hearing about, you're a wife, you're a mom, you're a minister, you're an entrepreneur, and you're so many to so many in this space as well. How do you keep your tank full, and how do you keep yourself focused on, where you're needed, when you're needed, and at the same time, keeping yourself, creatively charged to be able to keep growing all of these important aspects?
So I'm super blessed that I have a really amazing team who helps to make this work happen every single day. And then also a really supportive family. They have been supporting me since day one, before I had a team, before I could afford a team. My family were the ones who traveled with me from city to city to bring these events to fruition, and are still doing so to this day. And then now that we do have a team, we have folks who are super talented and dedicated to ensuring that we get partnerships like this one, that we round up amazing volunteers to bring our events to life, and so many other parts of the brand. So that's really how I'm able to do it. Is just a really great team and a really supportive family. And I probably don't do as good of a job as I should in terms of, self-care and refueling. I do try to take a break and unplug as often as I can. Sometimes it's not up to me because I have a very busy 2-year-old toddler who knows how to get my attention. And so he definitely keeps me going. But that's been working over these last 2 years or so, that now that we have a team, and in addition to my family.
Great. And I always ask that question to, those working in this space, because there's so many that want to get into this space, but don't necessarily feel like they have the capacity for it. So I love to hear how people build that and create that. So thank you for sharing, thank you for sharing that. And, we obviously will not get off the broadcast without talking about the big event. I mean, it's here. I mean, it's here.
Yeah.
So tell us, it moves around the country, which
Mhm.
is, huge. And how did you end up choosing to be in New Jersey this year? And tell us, what to expect.
So, believe it or not, New Jersey is home. New Jersey is where we started. We held our very first expo ever right in Newark, New Jersey in 2018. And we've been hosting it there every single year since, with the exception of the COVID year. And so we're just excited to be back home, to be back where it all started on September 22nd and 23rd. We'll be in Passaic, New Jersey at Factory 220. It is a beautiful venue with free parking, one of the biggest perks about it. And so we are encourage folks. No worries. Encourage folks to, to come on out and just have a great time. We have 2 power packed days with amazing speakers, panelists, live entertainment, some great giveaways, lots of networking opportunities, great food. It's just an amazing experience. Friday is our conference day. So Friday is where we do all of our teaching and training. It's for our sisters who are serious about growing their business. You get back-to-back instructors teaching you on things related to marketing, finance, automation, team building, so many different components of business growth that are essential for our audience. And also you'll get a great lunch and some other great perks like a mini headshot session. So that's on Friday. And then Saturday is our expo. Saturday is where we have close to 100 vendors, our featured speakers, our authorpreneur panel, which focuses on how you can grow your brand by becoming an author, our superpower panel, which brings together a group of hugely successful sisters in business talking about their journeys and sharing gems on how you can do the same. And that's on Saturday. Saturday, the entire family is welcome. Children under 12 are free. Spouses, husbands, grandmas, aunties, everyone is welcome on Saturday. And so we encourage folks to RSVP, to register in advance to ensure that you have a spot in the room. These vendors are amazing. We curate the greatest group of sisters in business from around the country, but most are going to be from the New Jersey area. But there are some folks who travel to be with us, and they come ready. And so if you like to shop, if you like to find unique things and learn about services offered by women of color and things like that, you definitely want to be in the room on Saturday. And if you're looking to grow your business and find tools and resources to scale your business, then Friday, you definitely want to be in the room. You have the option to register for either day individually or to get a weekend pass and join us for both days. So we're really, really excited to be back in Jersey.
And folks, I do encourage you, and I see we've got our friend Tevra from NJ in Color saying she will be there, and I it will be the place to be, and I do encourage everyone. I mean, the lineup is amazing. Go to the link and just scroll through and just see who will be there. You know, everything that we've just heard is a lot, is reason to go, but you'll have access to all of these amazing speakers as well, sharing all of this important information. So we do encourage you to get out there. So we are thrilled, that you're here locally. We're thrilled that it's going to be such a big event, and it's so soon. So, grab your seat, and we wish you so much success. And, we obviously stand with you. We look forward to continuing our partnership and supporting each other's work. And, just thrilled to see what comes next. And all of the entrepreneurs working in our program, we've encouraged them, to check it out and to be there. What a tremendous resource to be in that room.
Awesome.
I really do encourage everyone to check it out and to support your work. If this is not a day that you can get there, clearly stay connected.
Yes.
We have here for you all the social media for the various aspects of the real dynasty that Aisha has created, with all of these pieces, and you can access them through her Instagram, her Facebook, her YouTube channel. Go to the shop, as we said. Check out the website. There's so many opportunities to just stay connected and to find ways to support. The holidays are coming. This is a great place to go do all of your gift shopping. And so we do encourage you to, remember, the opportunity to stay connected year round.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you so much. We're
Thank
really
you.
excited.
Yes, we're so excited too. And we'll be watching. And I'm sure folks, one of the best things about the social media platforms is, very often they go live from these events, even if you can't make it there. So be there to spy and watch and see what's going on, so that if you can't make this one, at least you'll see what's happening and come to the next one for sure.
Yes.
So, and thank you to Danita Moss, who's been kind of helping companion along and kind of noting our conversation. So shout out to her as well, as she's been kind of uplifting all the details that we've been talking about too.
Yes.
Any last comments, Aisha, before we go? Anything else you want to share?
Get
What's
your
next?
tickets. Get your tickets. Register. 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 I did want to note that for Friday, you cannot register at the door. You do have to register in advance, and that registration closes next Wednesday. And it's limited seating for Friday because it's a catered lunch. There are small groups that you're going to be learning in, so there are limited spaces available for Friday. So if you are serious about your business and you really want to grow and scale and be in a space where you can get great resources and information, go ahead and register now. Registration closes next Wednesday and space is limited, so it could potentially sell out before then. And then Saturday, we also encourage you to register in advance because registration at the door is more expensive, and we want you to save those coins to spend with our vendors. So go ahead and register in advance and just plan to have a great time with us. Bring all your girlfriends, your sisters, your cousins, everybody, and let's just have a great weekend celebrating sisters in business. Our trademark slogan is, when my sister wins, we all win. And so we look forward to winning with you all next weekend.
Well, make your plans, folks. The links are here to how to get your tickets through Eventbrite. And we do encourage you to do that. We wish you such a successful day, and to all that are there, that everyone really gets lifted and strengthened from the experience. And we will keep watching and connected on ways to keep working together. Thanks everyone so much for being with us today. And Aisha, thank you so much for all you've poured in, and your whole circle that has helped you do that, to create this, amazing network.
Absolutely.
We're so lucky to have you in our community. And Damaris is sending you some love too.
Yes, thank you. I was just about to mention her. That's so funny. I didn't know she was watching. We thank Damaris is our partnership coordinator, and she does an amazing job of connecting us with wonderful organizations like yours and so many others. And so thank you to, as I mentioned, the great team that we have, and Damaris is definitely one of them. So thank you so much, Damaris.
Yeah, well, we all know it's all about the circle and linking arms and doing it together. So
Absolutely.
happy that, to be in the same one together. So
yes.
All right,
Thank
I'll have a
you.
great day. Be well, stay healthy, and we'll see you soon.
Thank you. You too. Take care.
Bye-bye.